Hi guys, I have invited Roshan Kumar who is having 6 plus years of experience into data analytics. So I was made the conversation regarding freshers as well as experienced folks how to stay updated with the job and as well as how to get the job as a fresher. So make sure to watch the completely video and comment in the comment section. I will do more podcast on top of those comments. Okay, and like the video.
Yeah.
So yeah, so actually we have invited Roshan Kumar. So he was worked at multiple companies like MassMutual as well as TCS. Now he was working at Warner Bros. So, so bros, tell me about yourself and whatever the journey you have done as of now, and what are the skill set you are working currently and everything. Just introduce to the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah, sure. So thank you, everyone, and also inviting me in this podcast. So it is really great. I'm enjoying how it will be going to. Yeah.
Great.
So talking about the journey, so I started long back in 2019. So I got selected in TCS. So where I got training for the 6 month in a lot of like new age technology like SQL, Python, and all talking about the new technology like pandas or matplotlib and all these. So it was fascinating. For 6 months was fascinating because I was in Chennai. So from my meaning my background is from Jharkhand. So I went to Chennai and enjoyed the 6 month of journey of learning, and then I got posted into the Kolkata. So it's from there till 3.5 years. I have worked in TCS. So talking about the journey in TCS, it was majorly working with data in BFSI unit. So if you know about the BFSI, it is like banking and finance. So when you are helping the banking and finance sector, so it will be like you will be more meaning I can say aligned with the terms and policies because the data is like finance data, so you can't take it casually, right? So that part, and talking about the technology there, so it was majorly like SQL, Power BI, and a little bit of Python. So there I explored, like I created a lot of dashboards and also used these technologies to help with the business. Then after that, I thought I'm a little bit saturated in some kind of learning. So I thought, why not to join some other organization? So I thought of switching. Then I work like talking about the first switch. It is like a major thing. So I have worked a lot in that, and in the meantime, I came to LinkedIn. So I think that was the year 2022 or 23. I have used LinkedIn in at their best. So I started that LinkedIn. I have started peering. So I was not aware like I can meet with the people who are in my zone, or who are trying the way I am doing. So all these. So I met a lot of friends there, and I have started the journey of switch. So I have done my switch, meaning the first switch in August 2023. So where I landed into a product-based organization. So MassMutual was also a product-based organization.
Exactly.
So it was a fascinating thing. So talking about the journey, like interviews, it was meaning in 2023, it was more about the technology and how you are meaning portraying yourself. So talking about the resume, all we will talk in going forward. But yeah, so I landed into Mass Mutual, where it is more about the insurance. So talking about the domain switch, so it's like fascinating also, and in the same scary also. Like you will be learning a lot of things, and you need to be delivering all the things in a quick fast manner. So uh, I have started there working, and it's more like I'm getting a lot of things about domain, how the policies work, what are the riders, what are the things. So it was fascinating. And talking about the technology, so there we have generally used SQL, then Python, then there is a new add-on technology that is AWS with Airflow. So I learned like how the things are working with the Airflow, and majorly these are the things that we worked. Then after 2 years, I thought there also it's a kind of saturation. So learning saturation I don't like. So that's why I keep switching the organization, because when you think like you are over and you are not learning much, then better to change the organization and learn things there. So
Okay.
then again, I have gone through the same phase, like talking about the interviews and all the things, and then I got Warner Bros. Offer, and then I thought it is again like a domain switch, so it will be a lot of learning as well. And then I came into Warner Bros. And it's again the pretty huge thing, right? So talking about their badge, right? So whatever you are going to have, and talking about their meaning 100 years of legacy, right? Meaning it's more than that, and
Okay.
uh, it's about like a people know, like apart from the organization, it's like when you are asking or you are telling the people you are working in this, so people will relate it more with the content, like, oh, this is the content that we Harry Potter, these, that, right?
Okay.
So it is the thing. So it's like going pretty well. And talking about the technology here, it's like Microsoft, Snowflake, Microsoft, I mean like Power BI again, Fabric, because of the new content. So Fabric, then it's like SQL again with the Snowflake. So here we are using a Snowflake, and then again the Redwood Shift. That is like again you can say AWS or that sorry Airflow and Redwood. So those kind of automation tool or
Okay. Okay. I mean,
the tool that they are using.
you're talking about current positions technology, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Current
you are
position
working at
technology.
Warner Bros, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
here we
with
are using Snowflake, and then Power BI Fabric, then Redwood as a monitoring tool. Also, we are using in some aspect of Databricks also. So Databricks and Snowflake is hand to hand, I can say. Like a few of the projects are going on that. But learning about the domain is the greatest thing that I have worked with.
okay, what is your domain in Warner Bros? What
So the domain is same, right? So talking about entertainment. So here talking about the real work, right? So what I have to go with the real work. So it's about the content. So when we see like it's like meaning there are two types of business that they work with. One is the content delivery, like the movie kind of stuff, and the other is linear channels. So linear channel meaning whatever you see cable TV channels, right? So that is linear channels. And then talking about movie industry, so it's like when you go, then we are not
okay.
aware like how movies work through
Most
are there.
okay, mostly
Go
it's
ahead.
about entertainment domain, right?
Yeah, it's entertainment and news, so
Okay.
it's more about that. So
Okay.
again, like when you compare with like what haven't changed across all these three organizations is their agenda. So they all want to make their business insight clear, and also about the more the focus on the finance side, like how
Okay.
you are making the
Okay.
revenue and how you can improvise that
Okay,
particular thing.
you are using technologies like Snowflake as well as Microsoft Fabric, SQL, and
Yeah,
your domain is completely regarding entertainment.
yeah.
So around right now you are having 8+ years of experience, right? 8 or 6?
6+.
6+ years of experience.
Yeah, 6+8. So from
Okay.
2019 till 2025, 6, and
Okay.
that's
Okay.
ongoing.
That's really great. And
Yeah.
how did you get your first job at TCS?
So basically, it was majorly off campus, because when I was there in college, it was like a third year college, I can say. So it's like they are not even having on campus facilities at that time. So it was a pretty new college. So we got that off campus. So we were looking for different cities. So the nearby cities from my location was Kolkata. So we have been to off campus placement, and then I have been selected to TCS there.
Okay, through off campus, you got
Yeah,
the opportunity at TCS.
yeah,
Okay, what was
yeah.
the role during that time?
So starting, as I told, like it's for 6 months, they will train you on the new technology, and then as per your test results, so they will organize multiple tests, and they will shortlist like 1 to 250 candidates, and then on that basis they will allot you like which technology you will be working on and all.
Okay,
So
initially,
after
yeah,
yeah,
during
after 6 months, I got the work in data analysis positions there as a
oh,
data analyst.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, after
Yeah.
getting the job in TCS, after 6 months, you switch into the data
Yeah, because of
analytics.
6 month training that they had.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice. So, and then you worked it as well as Mass Mutual, right?
Yeah.
So, how did you switch from the TCS to and Mass Mutual, and what was switched over there?
So basically, when I was trying to switch at that particular moment, it's like completely, meaning the market was just overcoming that COVID, right? So it was like you will get much more opportunity at that time in the other means, I can say. But yeah, you have to showcase the quality that you have. So you have to showcase like what are the things that you did, talking about the project. Majorly, like again, the question people often ask, like what is the difference between project and certification, right? So major people will go with certification, like if we have the certification, why not to keep in the resume, and then that will be the I can say like that will be a mark or something like a badge, right? I agree, like that is a badge, but it won't help much, right? I'm saying this, it won't help much because see, if you got a certification, so recently I got a DP 600 certification this
Yes,
month
yes, yes.
itself.
We have seen, right?
So when you are having a DP 600 certification, it won't help you land a job because you have to tell them how you used this particular technology in your project to help the business, how much the impact on the business, right? It's not about the certification, like I'm having the P600 certification, so I mean that is not the way it works, right? So the same way in 2023 when I switched, so I'm focused more on the learning part. So I was sharing the learning, whatever I am learning on the day by day. So over the LinkedIn with the people, like, and also connecting with the people, like how the market is, right? So it's more about that. Then talking about the calls, right? So people are saying like we are not getting calls, and what about these? What about that, right? So first, there are multiple phases you will go through. Like the first phase is you are not getting a call itself, right? So
Exactly.
if you are not getting calls itself, then the major pain point is in your resume because that is your first portray into the recruiter's mind, right? If they are not shortlisting you, or if they are not calling you, meaning you are not able to make the impact into the current market. So the market doesn't need you. So you have to replicate, meaning I would say like you have to self-assess yourself and put the
Exactly.
things that are reliable in the market, reliable in the market, and in a way like that would impact, right? I mean, like when you are working with SQL, when you are working with Power BI, Python, and all the things you work, right? But when you are portraying, there is something key things missing, like how you impacted the business with Power BI, with SQL, with, like when we say like we use this, right? But how it helped the business, we generally miss, right? So
Exactly.
we don't exactly put like if I'm going to use SQL over Python, or let's say Excel over SQL, right? Something like that. So how it is going to help the business? Business don't understand like why you are using Excel, why you are using SQL,
Exactly.
why you are using Python, right? So they just want to talk more about the business needs, like how it will help me, like if we are using SQL, and if we will use Python, right? So it will help in processing large amount of data, so they are getting large amount of data. So when you use this technology or Excel to SQL, right? So the same thing. So when you will use this particular, you will get a lot of time, right? So that there won't be much latency in the analysis process. So let's say like you are getting 1 lakhs of records, right? And you started analyzing in Excel, so it will definitely take much more time, right? So you should be the one who will convince the business people why I'm using this and how it will help you in growing your particular, I can say, like business. So that is the main agenda.
Okay, okay. By upskilling and learning and sharing all the insights and everything on
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
definitely. These are the key skills. So, as I talked, right? So, it's more about the first step. So, if you are not getting call, then correct your resume, right? If you are getting the call, meaning if you cleared the first step and you started getting the calls, then the second thing is you should represent yourself in the interview. Like, why? Meaning, why you are suited for this particular job position. So you should tell them like these are the technology I have used, and these help the business in this way. Like let's say if you use SQL to automate the Power BI reports, then it helps the business to see the real time data or near to real time data, right? So this is the thing that you should tell into the interview. It shouldn't like I'm having 3+ years of experience in SQL or Power BI or this or that, right? So that is the thing when you are talking about the second point. And
Just
if you are,
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm saying. And then talking about the third step, if you are getting there and you are not getting selected, so that is the third point, right? So it's like, I would say, like when you are getting the interview, you are done with the interview, you think like I'm pretty good, but I'm not getting selected. So I would say like better to uh, when you are portraying yourself now, let's say people are getting question in technology, right? So this is the question, like let's say in SQL we get like highest number and all these, right? So I would say like majorly you should go with these answers framed, right? So you should propose like we have two three solutions, right?
Exactly.
So this is the solution, this is the solution, this is the solution. So if you don't mind, what are the solution that you are preferring, like whether you are needing with the limit option, whether you are needing with that rank based solution and all these. So when you offer multiple solution of the same problem, then they will think more like, yeah, this is the candidate that we are looking for, something like that, right? So it will be,
Okay.
because everyone can answer those questions, right? But you should tell them like how multiple options are there to solve the same problem.
Okay, okay. So like just whatever the learnings you have done, just sharing the on LinkedIn and other platforms, and then reaching out the, I mean, growing your network and everything. So that you will
Yeah,
be
yeah,
able to so that you will be able to get into the opportunity in Mass Mutual, right?
yeah.
Is there anything have you done apart from whatever I told you?
No, I would say like when you follow these three tools, meaning these three points, right? The first thing is your resume based on the job description. Then second thing is about the meeting with people, what are the things, and portray yourself into the market oriented, or say the job oriented, the description oriented way. Then it will work. Most of the time, it will work.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So what is your domain over there on Mass Mutual?
So it was the insurance domain. So organization is itself like selling the insurance policy. So majorly about different type of insurance, like term insurance, whole life insurance and all these things. Then also their products are there, like annual the products and all these.
Okay, what technologies, what tools you have used during your work, daily work?
Yeah. So as I mentioned, like the major technology I have about is SQL there, and
I'm talking about only Mass Mutual.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So in MassMutual only, so we have worked with SQL, then Power BI for the reporting. There is also another tool, MSTR reporting there, MicroStrategy reporting, and then the third thing we used is AWS. So more about the data orchestration, like how the flow are and all these things. So there I have majorly worked as data analyst come data engineer part. So I'm more focused on writing the codes in SQL and Python, and also to do the orchestration and connect with people
Oh,
meaning the business
nice, nice, nice.
users.
So in TCS, what is your domain? You said, right?
Yeah, it was banking and finance. So the
Okay, banking.
organization, meaning talking about the organization is banking,
Okay, okay,
the customer is banking.
okay, nice, nice. Okay, how was your interview at Mass Mutual? What was the rounds over there?
So basically, the nice question you ask, like, because whenever you go with the service based to product based, right? So that was the first thing I have faced, like talking about service and product. So basically, what is the difference I saw in that the pattern of interview, right? So when you are going with the service based pattern, so it is more like technical aspect, right? So they will more focus on technical, like what is this question, or can you answer this question in that, right? So majorly on SQL, Python, whatever the things, right? But when you go with the mass mutual or any product based, because I have been appeared with multiple product based organization. So in that particular, so when I appeared, so the questions are a little bit tricky, not exactly the question like meaning this can you solve it with SQL or something like that, not that. So it was like the first question I remember, it was more of like if you are facing this scenario, like you meaning your SQL query is running and you say like a lot of latency is there, how do you diagnose it? So it's like more of the work. If you did the work, then you can answer, right? It's not like you can learn from the online and you can answer, right? And then talking about the second question, they will tackle more about the scenarios, like if you are in this scenario, like if you have guesstimate problems, right? So guesstimate problems are the one that will be add on in the part of a product based organization interview. Like if you got aeroplanes, and you have the balls, right? So you want to fill the aeroplane with balls, how much balls it will take.
Okay.
So it will be like pretty out of the out of the box question, right? So how you will, because at that time it was not pretty much like you will be getting these questions. So it will be like how you tackle the problems, right? So these are the few things I can remember, like the question. So at that time only I decided like why not educate people, or I can say like connect with people, like
Nice, nice
interview
idea.
session, right? So
Exactly.
at that time only I started like connecting with people and helping them with the free interview sessions,
Nice,
right?
nice. It's a good thing,
Yeah, that
whatever
was
you're
the
doing.
thing.
So, okay. So, the whatever the questions you said, right, those are from Mass Mutual, right?
Yeah, kind of mass mention, yeah.
So, only is only one round, or is going to be multiple
No,
round?
it was, I think, three round. So one was the basically technical, few questions are there. Then the second round was more of this guesstimate problems, and also like what are the slowly changing dimensions part, more about the database architecture, like how you tackle the data. Because the difference between, as I mentioned, right? So few of the difference that you will see in entertainment industry and finance or banking, the difference is like in finance and banking we care more about the historical data. That's what we call it, like retaining the data with SCD2, right?
Okay.
Slowly changing dimension 2. But when you are coming with the entertainment, they won't care much about the historical data. So it's like meaning
Okay.
it is not that much relevant.
Okay. Just
So here,
three rounds of interview, right? Is
yeah,
ma.
there are three rounds.
So
Yeah,
the first one is like, for example, technical one, and the
for
second one,
technical one.
second
The
one is
second one is technical plus guesstimates.
okay. Third one,
Third one is HR discussion.
HR. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it was
Which
nice.
is
Yeah.
related to Mass Mutual.
Yeah, it was more like what are the values there and how you accompany, meaning how you
Yeah.
will be adding value into that, these things.
Okay, okay, okay. So is that how did you get the call from, whether you get the call from LinkedIn or Naukari?
So it was like meaning particularly Mass Mutual. It was from Naukri. Yeah, Naukri. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, and because that was like a lot of, at that time. I think I had a lot of offers, and it was like a lot of interview calls that time, right? So yeah, so majorly I got the calls from Naukri and few calls from
Okay.
LinkedIn
During
as well.
2020 or 2021, you got multiple calls.
2023.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah,
2023. So during
2023.
that time, you got multiple calls from the Naukari.
Yeah, multiple calls from Naukri.
Mm-hmm. So now you, after working at Mass Mutual, now you are
Yeah,
currently working Warner Bros, right?
yeah.
So here, how did you get this opportunity? What was your growing mindset, and what technology you are using at Warner Bros, and what is your daily work? How did you get the call from this Warner Bros service-based company? Sorry,
Okay.
product-based company.
Yeah, yeah. So talking about the journey, right? So when I was working there, so as I already told, like it was saturated. So I thought, like, why not look for another opportunity where I can grow much more faster and all, right?
Exactly.
So I started looking for a job over the Naukri portal, then LinkedIn, and all other platform, like a lot of platform you can see, like Hirist and Indeed and all those platform, right? So I focus on a lot of, meaning I focus like why not to meaning upload your profile and check like what are the opportunity that we get. So majorly we got meaning I got the opportunity from Naukri. So talking about this particular also one of the it was from Naukri. Then after that, as you asked, like what are the steps that you took? So talking about the Warner Bros, the interview round was three round interview again. The first round was technical. It was more about the like whatever you worked here and what are the things all about SQL, Python, and Power BI. Then the second was also a little bit advanced on that, and the third was HR discussion. So here I found like when you are having an experience of about 6 years or 5 point something, then it will matter more about your project description, like how you are meaning explaining your project. Like it's not just like you worked with this technology, this tools. No, it would be more like how you help the business. Again, I am telling this point because when you are explaining the project, you should explain like why you worked on this project. because the thing is, when you are solving the problem, what are the exact pain point that the user or customer was facing, and how you help them.
Hmm.
So when you are, meaning, whenever you are working, the normal scenario, meaning when I want to work in any of the organization, I want to understand what is the real pain point of this project, like, meaning, why the people are facing issue. And then you can help with the particular tool or technology, whatever. Like, if they are facing the issue with Power BI report, right? So you should go and check, like, what are the things that are in the Power BI, right? And then you will help them, like, to understand better.
Exactly.
Talking about the tools that I work here in Warner Bros. The tools are majorly, as I already talked about, Snowflake. Then, as a, meaning, a SQL platform, you can say Snowflake. The second is Power BI Fabric. So it was like, it is a new technology integrated with Power BI again. So it is not much new, but yeah. And then the third part is Python, as per requirement. So because some of the time we need Python to use in this particular tool. And then, talking about the orchestration tool, again, Redwood or AWS, it depends on this project. So
Okay.
these are the things that, yeah.
Yeah, here Warner Bros. You said, I mean, domain is entertainment, right?
Yeah, entertainment and news. Yeah,
Okay, nice,
media and
nice,
entertainment. Yeah.
nice. I'm going to ask you some questions from the freshers perspective.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, so for example, if you had to start data analytics again in 2026, okay, with no help or any referrals or something, so
Okay.
what would you do differently?
Okay, so what I have done a mistake, I can say, in the start is like, meaning, I was not having any much deep root in this particular industry, like IT industry. So I was being alone only talking about this industry. So when I started, I just asked people like how to do, and then they said like, why not to do certification? Why not to do courses? Right? These are the two things that we pretty often see, right? But I would say like, never depend on the courses or certification. They are bad, but not like completely to rely on. The one thing that you can do is take any of the data. I mean, like, talk about the business problem. Let's say like, you want to analyze the real life problem. So go into WHO site, take the data, take the messiest data, I can say, frame your problems and answer those problems. And then when you are going to into the project, I can say like going into the interview, explain like, this is the real pain point that this particular business problem has, and I help this with these much technology in this way. So when you are going into the fresher point of view and you are explaining in this way, I would say like, that is pretty much done. Right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So major thing is like, don't rely on courses and certification. Focus on project, real time project, not like the same project that all the people are doing.
Like guided projects, you're not recommended to mention guided project, right?
I would say like guided project to start on, but majorly focus on your own business problem. Like, what are the real business problems? That's why I am saying like, go to WHO, go to any of the site where the data site you can find. There are a lot of paid sites also. There are a lot of free sites also,
Could you please
and you
tell
can
me
start.
few of the sites which are free for freshers?
I think go directly on WHO. There are national India, meaning Indian national sites also, where, meaning, government data I'm focusing on. So you will get directly data. You will say like, there are pretty few data points are there, but yeah, if you ask the right question, then the pretty few data points also will be much more to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would say
Okay.
like that.
So, for example, you're working at Warner Bros. So
Yeah.
most people feel like reaching companies like Warner Bros. Is impossible. Like they felt like they are impossible to get the job over there. So,
Yeah.
did you ever feel that same thing or something?
Yeah, definitely. So at one point of time, you will feel, right. So yeah, coming to the background where I have been coming from, right. So it's like, definitely, but yeah, when you try to focus on learning with the business impact, right, and when you explain the way into the interview, I won't say it is like much difficult. So basically, when you are applying for any of the product based organization, whether it is Warner Bros or any of these, I would say like go with the job description, prepare well, and focus on your alignment with that job description, whether it is a domain alignment or it is like a technology alignment with the business impact. And then when you are answering those problems, like how you help your current organization, then they will consider, right? If you are totally freshers talking about going into this organization, definitely, as I mentioned in the previous, right? So you should follow the things on the business impact rather than
Okay.
doing the courses and certification.
Exactly. Solving the pain
Yeah.
problem and showcasing it
Yeah.
during the interviews. Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. So, for example, freshers are learning SQL, Power BI, Python. Still, they are not able to get the calls. Okay. So, what do you think they are going wrong, or anything, something fishy or something?
Yeah, so I would say, like, as I answered already, I think initially. So, when you are not getting at the call itself, right? So, the major pain point is your resume. You know everything, but you are not able to portray it in a right way, right?
Exactly.
So, basically, when you are stuck at the first, like, you are not getting a call, do check the job description, check your resume, better align these, and then apply. The second thing is, if you got the calls, you are not able to crack the interview, go and check your skills, how you can impact the business with your skill. Frame the answers in that way. If you are there also and you are not getting with the HR, it means like you should learn the soft skill much more than the hard skill. So it
Exactly.
should be the third case, right? So this is the steps that you should be self-assessing yourself.
Mhm. Can a fresher get a Tata job without referral, and what worked for you in your early days?
Yeah, so I would say definitely yes, because the one major thing that I see in freshers is they lose their patience so early. So, talking about if you are not having anyone into the industry, like for referral majorly, and also you don't have like how to approach, right? So, I would say like majorly follow the steps, like go with your basics, create projects, align the project into the organization's way. Like if you are applying for a entertainment domain, have some project into entertainment domain, then explain like I have worked, I have got the this particular pain point, I have solved it in this way. So if you are going with that way, right, so it will not be I can say like you will definitely crack the interview. So it is just a matter of time, like it is 30 days, 50 days, something like that, but yeah, it won't be so far.
Okay, what do you think? I mean, regarding projects versus certification, which are more important during the interviews?
Yeah, I would say definitely projects because I already explained, right? So
Exactly.
certification may get you shortlisted into the interview, right? But after that, sometime what people face now, you have done the certification, but it was long back and you already put it into the resume and you are not able to back that certification. So that is also a pain point. So you got the certification, but you are not able to back that certification at this
Exactly.
particular moment. So why to do that mistake? I would say like
Exactly.
better do project aligned to that particular
Nowadays,
organization.
yeah, nowadays people are going to get the certification without completing their boot camps as
Definitely
well.
that's yeah, definitely that is a trend. Like why not go with certification only? I agree, certification is not bad. It is better for learning, like when we are doing the academics and all, certification are best, right? Here also, because certification uh, covers everything, right? But in the work you don't need at all everything. So when you apply the certification knowledge into the project, then you are the best person
Okay,
that
what kind of
organization needs.
certifications would you recommend for the freshers?
I would say like talking about the technology, you can go with sequels,
Hmm. Okay.
like then you can go with the Power BI PL300.
Hmm.
But I would say like just not focus only on certification, whether it is PL300 or DP600 or whatever, right?
Okay, okay.
I would say like learn the things, apply the things. Certification won't matter that much.
Yeah, exactly. So, what is the one common mistake which freshers make in their resume?
So majorly people make the mistake to mention more tools, like a lot of tools in their resume, and they won't mention how they how they use that tool to help the business. So, because see, the tools are something like you have something in your, meaning a lot of books in your drawer, right? And when you are telling the story, or when you are going into the real time, you are not using the words or quotes from the books, but these are just kept in your drawer. So the same thing, you are using the technology or tools a lot into the resume, but you are not mentioning how it impacted the business. That is the major point, I would say, like
Exactly.
the
People are,
mistakes.
for example, I'm applying for the BA developer. People are going to mention even all the tools like SQL, Power BI. Okay, that's okay, fine. But apart from this, they are going to mention other skills as well, right? This is
Yeah,
also
so
one.
it's like better to add on, but how it helped the business, that is the major thing that you will be going to answer, right?
Exactly, exactly. And for example, if someone is jobless after 1 2 years of learning, okay, they have been learning upskilling themselves like since one place or two 1 to 2 years, like. So, what could be the reason behind that?
So, majorly, I would say the lack of self assessment there. Because, see, when you
Exactly.
are going with 1 and 2 years of experience, meaning talking about the
Just
without
learning.
job, or you are looking for the job for one and
Yeah.
2 years, I would say you are not able to identify where you are lacking at all. Like as I mentioned, the three step, right? So one is the resume mistake, another is you are not ready with the technical understanding,
Hmm.
the third is you are not ready with the communication, right? So people think like first do the resume, then do the technical skill,
Hmm.
then do the communication. It is a
Hmm.
wrong way, right?
Okay.
Because see, you should go and check all these aspects. So first, if you are pretty new, like you started looking for the job, go and check your resume. Done. Then just like it's a week of time, right?
Hmm.
Meaning you can get your resume corrected in a week of time, the master resume, I would say,
Hmm.
and then you can create derivative resume, like the one that is best suited for that particular job description. So one master you should always keep. Take the points out of from that, and then take the derivative as per the job description. That is the agenda. Then when you are ready with that, then go with the interview process. So if you are lacking in the first step, why you are wasting your time 1 or 2 years? Just like I'm not getting call. Because when you talk with other people, like the people will say, yeah, market is saturated. You won't get that much call. But yeah, people are getting the job. People are switching the organization. Meaning it's like a bit getting a bit
Exactly.
tricky, but definitely people are getting the job. So you
Yeah.
can't rely on, oh, that person said like we are not get, meaning there is not much job in the organization. So it may be like that is the issue. But why you only rely on the people talk rather than correcting yourself in the resume or technical understanding or communication skill? So
Okay.
I would say like prefer on me or focus on those.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For example, I am having 3 plus years of experience into data analyst. Okay.
Yeah.
S- to stay relevant in 2026, so what would you advise me to stay relevant in the industry?
Yeah, and that is a nice question. So I would say like when you are in this pretty challenging world, right? So when you are going back in 2019 where data analyst job opening are pretty less, and when
Exactly.
you are in 2026 and you are seeing like a lot of department into the data analyst also, like finance data analyst, then
Exactly.
this business data analyst, then meaning a lot of part of the data analysis also, right? So the better thing I generally do is go and check the resume. Sorry, go and check the job description. What is the relevant job opening that you are looking for, and what are
Exactly.
the requirements? It's not
Yes.
like just blindly learn the things, because you already know, because you are having 3 plus
Hmm.
experience,
Hmm.
meaning you know the basic understanding of Python,
Hmm.
SQL, Power BI tools, and a bit of cloud compute, meaning cloud environment like
Exactly.
AWS or Azure or whatever.
Hmm.
So why to go again with the same step? Look for the organization, like your target your organization. These are the organization I'm looking for. Go into their job opening, look for their job description, and be relevant to that job opening, right? So
Exactly.
that is the main thing I would say.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. And so, how important data modeling in real business dashboards? Like,
Okay, so I would say like that is the key thing when you are creating a business dashboard, right? Or talking about the dashboarding in Power BI, right? So major thing is like backbone. So backbone is the data modeling itself. When you are creating a visual, that is a secondary part, right? I'm not saying that is neglected.
Mm-hmm.
But when you create a better data model, then you can build a better building out of it, right? So the same like civil department that says, right? So you should you should have a better backbone to support your visuals. So when you are having a good data modeling, which can meaning I can say like which can work for because you need to think like what are the business problem you are going to answer, and that's why you create a particular data model. So
Exactly.
you should be pretty aware like what are the answers that you are going to give out of this data model, and then you create that particular data model, and then visual are like you can meaning that is not a major deal, right? So I
Mm.
would say like talking about the Power BI particular or any of the BI dashboarding, the data modeling is the basic backbone. You should
Okay.
be much
Okay.
aware about that.
Okay. For example, you worked on multiple companies. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in multiple companies, what is the most used tools and I mean like technology, like SQL
So
or Power BI,
basically, as per
Python?
the data analysis, I would say like these
Mm.
three are the major thing: Power BI, SQL, and Python.
Mm-hmm.
But as per the relevancy in the market, I would say go with cloud services as well because the
Mm.
market is looking for that. Whether any of the three, AWS, Azure, or the other one like the Google GCP. So you
Mm.
should have any one of that understanding, and then look for that particular like I would say that, that one meaning the three things right will be backbone for the most of the thing like whether it is SQL, so sometime they will use Snowflake, sometime they will
Mm.
use Databricks, but the SQL will be same, right? You will be
Mm.
adding the top meaning adding the cherry on the top, but yeah, still the if you are not aware about the basic skill like SQL, Python, Power BI, then you will not get me you will not get to learn.
Okay. Mostly people are going to use their real-time projects, Power BI, SQL, and Python,
Yeah.
right?
Meaning, when I'm mentioning here Power BI, that doesn't mean only Power BI, but also Tableau.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
because over this time, I have majorly used Power BI, but yeah, it is a BI tool, not just a Power BI. So,
Okay.
Tableau also, yeah.
I heard about one question like majority of the folks are not going to use Python. Is it correct? As a fresher or experienced guys.
So, talking about the real time project, it mattered like majorly in your project, but yeah, most of the time, no.
So people are
Because
not.
I have been pretty meaning worked on this three like 6 years of journey, but not like minor of use on Python. But yeah, you can't say that if you are not using Python, meaning you shouldn't learn it all,
Mm-hmm.
because that is the one that you should have to land into a job.
Okay. So for
Yeah,
example, nowadays a lot of I mean like lot of huge I mean how can I say like competition is there, right? Outside
yeah.
is like getting the job as a fresher. So, for example, if someone is want to get the data analyst as a fresher to stand out from the this competition, so what would you suggest? Any tips or tricks? Anything that is works for them to get the job?
Yeah. So basic thing is like you should go with these three technology. One is BI tool, one is SQL, then all meaning I'm assuming Excel is your go-to tools. So
Oh,
I'm not mentioning here the overall podcast like Excel should be there, right? So it is like
okay.
I'm assuming like you should have Excel, right? So the thing is Excel, SQL, Power BI, and Python is the need, meaning four you can say as a base, right? That you should be aware of. Like aware of meaning you should be at least intermediate skill based. Okay.
Okay.
Then you should add your value on the JD side. Like if they are looking for cloud, you should go with AWS, Azure, or GCP because that is like people are using a lot in this particular point of time. So I would say like for your base plus one of the cloud technology, and you will be okay to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
To stand out from the crowd, they have to learn along with whatever the technology they are doing, projects or tools they are learning. They need to focus on cloud as well, right?
Yeah, I would say like have the understanding of the cloud as well. It shouldn't be like when they are saying like this particular and you are like not aware. Because cloud is the need of the hour, right? As of now.
Exactly, exactly. And what is the difference between an average Power BI developer as well as the strong data analyst? What would you think about this?
So see, when you are meaning when we started our dashboarding, right? We thought like dashboarding is all about the creating the visual.
Hmm.
So
Exactly.
it's like we thought like meaning dashboarding is nothing much. Just create the visual and portray that this is the story, right?
Exactly.
But that is the average Power BI guy or average BI guy. When
Hmm.
you are talking about strong analyst, this
Hmm.
is the model. As I said, no, this is the backbone. So you should understand what are the models that we are going to use for this Power BI dashboarding.
Exactly.
And then you can use your skill of dashboarding, like talking the choosing of the visual, how you are portraying the story. And the second thing is, first one is data modeling, and the second one is storytelling.
Okay.
You have created a beautiful dashboard, but you don't know what it is depicting. So,
Hmm.
what you will be telling the story out of it. So, if you don't know,
Hmm.
that particular beautiful visual is a waste of time and energy, I would say.
Okay.
So, these
Okay.
are the two things that differentiate between average and a strong guy.
Okay. Okay. So, for example, you are having 6+ years of experience. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how can you stand out from the competition as an experienced guy as well?
Okay, so majorly the thing is when you are having 6+ years of experience. So apart from the technology, people look for the communication, how you understand and how you convince the people with your understandability.
Hmm.
Like let's say, because they meaning you have worked with technology, so there won't be much challenge into the technology.
Hmm.
But major is like how you are telling the story in front of the people or business, how you
Okay.
are making them convinced like this is the tool that we are using or this is the problem that we are solving, so
Hmm.
this is the way we should focus on. So
Hmm.
majorly like how you are suggesting the person or how you are communicating with the business
Hmm.
to convince like this is the problem and we are going to solve this way. That is the
Hmm.
major thing apart from the technology. Definitely you need the technical skill, but apart from that, communication is the key.
Okay. Okay. Nice. So, is Microsoft Fabric good for freshers or mainly for only experienced folks?
I would say like when you are done with the Power BI normal, then only you should go with Microsoft Fabric because that is a full-fledged thing. So you can integrate all the things from the ingestion till the dashboarding. So first go with Power BI, understand that, and then go and learn the Power BI Fabric. Otherwise, it will be fully overwhelmed for you. So
Oh,
better in the initial, just try to keep it safe and learn the Power BI, and then you can go and deep dive into the Power BI fabrics.
okay. So, DP600 is which is related to only Microsoft Fabric, right?
Yeah, so it is like analytical engineer for fabric. So you will like why I did this certification, as I already told, like I don't prefer the certification rather
Hmm.
than the
Exactly.
project, right? So why I chosen it, because I'm using the Microsoft Fabric in my current organization working on
Hmm.
the project. So I thought like what are its the scope, like what are the things that I can use from the fabric into my current project so that it will get benefited. So I learned DP6, meaning I learned the course or material of DP600, like
Hmm.
what are the things that you can utilize out of this fabric, and that it helped much, and I think I will get more out of it in the
Yeah,
upcoming days.
yeah. This is the one last question for you,
Yeah,
and
sure.
one advice you wish someone had told you when you started your career. So, what would you? I mean, what is your advice to the freshers?
So again, the same thing, like when you are a fresher into this industry, try to focus on your resume, talking about like landing the job, then go with your practical understanding of technical skill, go with the project, do the project on those technical skills,
Okay.
and finally have the communication key skills. So
Okay.
majorly when we are talking about technical skill, we forget the communication, but that is a key skill that we should have, and portray yourself in a way, a more confident way into the interview, and you will succeed definitely.
Okay, okay. And okay, most of the folks, if you compare freshers, so some of
Yeah.
the folks are they are not able to understand where to keep experience. I mean, like whatever the projects they have done, whatever the internships they have done. Okay, so what was the format you suggest? Is that format is 1 page or 2 page or so how they are going to make their resume as per your suggestions? Just give me the quick, quick. I mean, quick
Yeah, yeah,
tips
got
for
it.
you. Yeah.
So see, when you are saying about the freshers, right? Everyone or me also suggest one page resume would be much, much better.
Okay.
Because when you are looking from the HR perspective, it will be too much for having a two-page resume for just a freshers, right?
Hmm.
Because you are not having a lot of experience to put like this, that, right? So I would
Exactly.
say go with one-page resume. Talking about the format, you can get everywhere. The same format, like the top is your name and everything, and then go with the technical. What you are giving them, like talking about technical skill, then go with your projects and go with the experience if you have, and then go with your academics and all. That
Is
would
it
be done.
online presence is which is required for freshers or not? Like
Definitely, because that is the one that you will be using a lot. Because see,
exactly.
when you are there in online, you will say like same similar people who are also looking for the job.
Mm.
So if they get the interview call, right, they will tell you like this is the way I got the interview call. So you will get help from them, right? You will also
Exactly.
get like what are the questions they are being asked, what is the current market scenario, what are the mean a lot of things that you will get. But when you are sitting apart from these, then you will not get much idea. So also like apart from online, you can also go with a lot of events happening across, right? So
Exactly.
there are like Microsoft event, there are like Google
Meetups and
event, there are
everything.
like
Yeah.
Snowflake event.
Yeah.
Go and be available there. Look for the people, like what are
Yeah.
they learning, what are they learning in their organization, how we can get into their organization.
Exactly.
All of these you can ask. So it's like people gathering rather than just online.
Yeah,
So
because
you can just
making
be
the
there.
network. Yeah, making the network.
Yeah,
Yeah.
making the network. Networking is the best thing that you can use.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly, this is my questions. Whatever the questions I have asked, that is my questions. If you have any questions which I missed, just you can answer me from your end.
I think like pretty much covered. So like a lot of things we told again and again, but yeah, it's like totally covered.
Yeah, that's okay.
Uh, yeah, it's really great having meaning being here. So
Yeah, I
it's
just
like
want to ask you one more question from a fresher
go
point
go
of
go
view,
ahead.
like which is related to project portfolio. People are nowadays people are talking about project portfolio. They need to share their projects on online and everything. So how they are going to make effective project portfolio?
So I would say like when you are going with the portfolio, right? So effective meaning again go with the messiest data, look for the correct problems, right? What is the real pain point? Don't just copy the problems from other aspect, right? Copy the problem meaning you are looking for the other projects, like other people project, and you are copying the same problem statement, right? Don't do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Look for your own problem, go
Hmm.
with the database yes data, clean that work, go with the real pain, like how the people get into the real project.
Hmm.
They are having a deadline, they have to present it, and they are really getting stuck on that. So how you will get the help from Google, all the chat GPT and all, and how you will solve the problem, that would be the real pain, and that would be the real learning also.
Okay, how fresher is going to be pro into SQL like as an experienced guy? So what would you suggest? I just want to pro in SQL. Like people are struggling like learning the coding,
Yeah, yeah.
writing the
Yeah,
queries.
that is meaning that is a normal problem. So I have also faced like when you are starting your journey, it's like you don't know, like you should start at one particular SQL problem and you got stuck. Like I can whether I can solve or whether I can't solve.
Hmm.
So that shouldn't be the case. So you should start your problem, meaning anyway, whether you are going with any online platform, you should start there. You should start with lower problem meaning normal problems, and then there are a lot of platforms like Mode is some platform, and there is also like uh, a lot of problem meaning a lot of platforms that you will
Like
get.
lead code
And
hacker
the
and all.
first, yeah,
Yeah.
no, before lead code I would say it's like normal learning, right? So when
Hmm.
you are done with normal learning, then go with lead code, then go with strata scratch, then go with analytical builder, a lot of platforms on over the people. So when you will be there into the LinkedIn, then you will get like these are the platforms that people are using, and then you will get to know like what are the real problems. And after all these, like if you have any contact in the organization, ask them what are the real problem that they got, like because when you are solving these problems, it would be like maximum 10 line of code and you are done with the problem, right? But when you go into the organization, it will be like 10,000 of line of code. You are just scrolling, and you are not getting where to go. So
Exactly.
those type of understanding that you will build after looking at the code. So if
Hmm.
you are getting, so it will be like, definitely it will be build up of these normal only. But
Hmm.
yeah, you should learn how to go with the code,
Okay.
particularly SQL or Python.
Okay. So is it mandatory to have Naukari profile for freshers comparing with
I would
LinkedIn?
say you should have, because why to lose that particular
Hmm.
part, right? So definitely you should look that Naukri also, and also there are a lot of things like Hirist, Indeed, and all those. Use all those platforms. Share your learning over the LinkedIn, so LinkedIn can be also
Hmm.
good for
Okay.
landing your job. So a lot of, meaning whatever you have, you should use it. So I would say like definitely go and be appear on every platform.
Okay. Okay, I will share your LinkedIn ID in the description as well. So people are
Yeah,
going to
sure,
reach out to you. So regarding the
sure.
interview preparation and everything. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
thank you, Roshan, for the giving your time
Yeah,
and efforts.
yeah, thank you. It's like being here. It's my pleasure. So yeah, thank you very much for.
Yeah.
And it would be like it's just a start. So I would like to see it flourish in this way. So it would be like really great to have you.
Yeah, we'll meet in the some other sessions in the future.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye
Thank you so
bye.
much. Bye.